much. Now, in the morning session, the initially discussions have set the tone of the further discussion. Everybody has realized that how fruits are important, how it serves to the health of people, and why the fruits are essential in the food system. Now it is time to analyze it through the interactions with the various experts who have been called here from different parts of the country to put their views so that we can resolve to some of the points which can be taken forward. So in this session, in total, we have the 7 presentations covering the various aspects, and we are already late by 1 hour. So even 10 minutes, if you allot, I still require 70 minutes, and then at least 5 minutes for discussion, but discussion will hold in the end. So therefore, without wasting the time, I would like to invite our first speaker, Dr. S.K. Malhotra, who has been introduced already, so I may not take time. I had opportunity, he worked with me for a long time when I was a DDG, and thereafter I am very happy that wherever he has been highly successful. Rather, I could say the chair has been very happy to see him on the chair. That has been his recognition everywhere, as a commissioner, agriculture commissioner, even as a director for this knowledge management, and currently as a vice chancellor. So Dr. Malhotra, please.
Thank you very much, sir, for encouraging remarks, and you have been always a guiding force for us, and you have nurtured many people like us, and we have learned horticulture policy planning from you only. And if we are tall on your shoulders. Well, sir, you have already set the tone for this important session, and this technical session relates to innovative strategies for food tree cultivation and community engagement, and I have been asked to speak on MIDH support for enhancing food production by way of quality planting material and use of water efficient technologies. I'll go there. Thank you very much, sir. Okay. Well, in fact, the title which was given to me was MIDH support for enhancing fruit production for strengthening nutritional security. I removed that word from it because whenever we use the word fruit, nutritional security will automatically come into it. Then second point, which was raised, that low income farmers, again I'll say that yes, many of the small and marginal farmers, they grow fruit crops. And it's one of the high value. These are considered as the high value crops for production. So time given is 10 minutes. I'll try to rush and to be specific, 15 minutes. Thank you so much. So thank you so much for being so courteous for this one. So world horticulture scenario, I would like to mention. I'll start from this one. So today, if we see the global scenario, we have the total production of 2,100 million tons, which includes 933 million tons fruit crops, and remaining is the vegetable crops. So India contributes 17% in the total global food production. And but the point is that here 32% that is lost in the supply chain, and then again 7 to 8% is only traded, and remaining is utilized indigenously by the many other countries. So Indian scenario, let us have a look onto it. Here we are number one in case of banana production, mango, papayas, and there are few other crops where we are second in rank. So India is the second largest producer of many of the horticulture crops, total horticulture production, I should say. And this production is coming from 18% of area and 33% of the gross value addition in agriculture. So these all productions and all things have been also discussed in the inaugural session. So India exported 1,815 US dollar million worth fresh fruits and vegetables in the year 2024. And import is also happening. I mentioned in the morning also, and this import for because this import is again in the agenda that how we can become self-sufficient in production of the novel fruits and other fruit crops which are now demanded on the basis of high nutritional value. Though we have several wide range of fruit crops are available with us which are indigenously grown. So before that, I would like to mention that one projection has been made that by the end of 2030, fruits and vegetables needed are 425 million. So if we have to reach to that level, 50 million metric ton of fruits and vegetables are required to be produced. And if I calculate from the fruit point of view, 15 million metric ton extra production is required to be achieved by 2030. So for that purpose, quality planting material production will play the key role to fulfill this gap. So Government of India has set several initiatives that what are required to be done. One is the mission for integrated development of horticulture. So in fact, the journey started with the National Horticulture Mission Program, Horticulture Mission for Northeastern Program, which I will explain in the different slides. Then Cluster Development Program, Agriculture Infrastructure Fund Program, formation of the FPOs, and then APIDA programs are also there for promotion of exportable productions. So here, Mission for Integrated Development of Horticulture, in fact, this is an umbrella program. And this umbrella program consists of National Horticulture Mission, Horticulture Mission for Northeastern Region and Hills, and then CIH, NHB, CDB, these all are the parts of it. So, in fact, this National Horticulture Mission and Horticulture Mission for Northeastern and Hills, Dr. H.P. Singh, he is the creator of that one. But MIDH, when it was made an umbrella program, I was the party to it when I took over as a horticulture commissioner in the year 2014. So the new program, umbrella program, was started in the year 2014. Well, so the mission objectives were set that we need to achieve the holistic growth in horticulture because there are several regions. So agroclimatic zone-wise planning is needed and regionally differentiated strategies are required to be adopted for the different conditions, either it's a northeastern region or eastern region or plain areas and then hilly areas. So accordingly, the objectives were also set, which included all, means productivity enhancement and planting material, new technologies, and then formation of the other groups related to farmer interest groups and farmer producer organizations and farmer producer companies also. So major components were this: the nursery and quality planting material was kept at the top. Several components were there. So amongst components, nursery and quality planting material was at the top, and these are the mission interventions which are undertaken through Mission for Integrated Development of Horticulture for promotion of horticulture in the whole country, 28 states and 7 union territories. So this program is being run in throughout the country in the different agroclimatic regions and agroecological regions also. So major focus areas were this. I'm not going to give detail about this, but the focus is on productivity, inclusivity, sustainability, technology generation, and quality enhancement, where we have now Bharat Gap. That is also the new introduction in the country which has come. Ind gap, and this has been benchmarked with global gap. So this is a new introduction which Government of India has done. Then marketability again, because our focus earlier was only on production aspect. Now marketability, that aspect has been equally considered, and integrated cold chains are now being promoted. Not only single storage, all other things are not, even integrated cold chain is now being promoted. And because of this MIDH, several achievements have been made, and MIDH impact is clearly visible, where we can see that there is an enhancement in the yield, and our export has also increased to 3 times in the last 1 decade, and our gross value of horticulture output has increased, our availability has also increased, and several success stories are there. It was discussed in the morning also. So Nasik has emerged as a center for grapes, Bengaluru as a Pune cluster. So then apple farmers now cold chain that has been established. So micro irrigation system, 90% of the grape cultivation is on now micro irrigation system. Several success stories are there for this purpose. And then infrastructure development has also taken place. Area expansion, 38 lakh hectare area. Nursery total 5,107 nurseries have been established, accredited nurseries. So this way infrastructure build up has taken place. And National Horticulture Board was also established in the year 1984 to promote high-tech horticulture and high quality commercial horticulture, that is now being promoted through National Horticulture Board. That is one of the I should say apex board for promotion of horticulture in the country, where high-tech horticulture systems are now being supported. Even industry, they are also taking benefit of it. Either it's creation of infrastructure for protected cultivation, or cold storages, or nurseries, and then many other interrelated issues are also addressed through National Horticulture Board. And the point now which relates to our today's discussion, which I have been asked, related to this quality planting material. So already the Mission for Integrated Development Horticulture has provision for providing assistance in nursery infrastructure. High-tech, large-size nurseries are also now promoted. I remember the first guidelines were prepared by Dr. H.P. Singh in the year 2005-06, and then I revised it in the year 2014, and now very recently ministry has revised in 2025. Those guidelines have been revised because on the basis of experience and feedback received from the state, several interventions have been added into it. High-tech, large-size nurseries of 1 to 2 hectare, if anybody wants to install, we have already fixed that, yes, he will have to raise 50,000 plants per hectare, and he will be provided support of 30 lakhs. These all are for government sector. For public sector, it's 100%, and for private sector, again, it's a 50%. Small nurseries, then upgradation of the nurseries, because already available nurseries are also there, but some kind of upgradation is there needed. So we have an accreditation system which prevails in the country. So sometimes if any of the nursery which is not accredited, but he wants to upgrade, then government also provides support. And setting up of the tissue culture lab and high-tech plug nurseries. So such provisions are available in the guidelines of Mission for Integrated Development of Horticulture, where planting material production is now being promoted, and one nursery portal has been made. And through this nursery portal, we can get an idea that where the production availability of particular planting material is there, and state-wise, whole country as well as. So this is a interstate gateway for all nurseries. State-wise, if you click state, any of the state, it will give you the list of the nurseries, and each nursery will again have an information that what kind of planting material is available with them. So this nursery portal is a very important portal which provides a kind of guidance to the farmers, to other stakeholders wheresoever it is needed. So if you look at the status of the fruit nurseries in the country, today we have 5,107 fruit nurseries which are accredited in the country. So earlier we were having 5 stars for rating in nursery. Then later I reduced it to 3, and now it has been, because slowly we reduced it. So either it will be accredited or it will be non-accredited. So only 2 stars are there these days. Then accreditation is only done for 1,553, and then we took decision that apart from National Horticulture Board, we should give power to Directorate of Cashew Research Development and Directorate of Spices Development for providing accreditation. So this way enhancement has taken place and many more nurseries are now required to be accredited. So annual average production 1,387 million fruit plants every year, but it is just 35 to 40% of the total demand. So we need to increase our capacity. So this is a horticulture cluster development program. It's an important program where 12 clusters were identified, and it was felt that without cluster approach, improvement will not happen, because we have small and marginal farmer. 86% of the small and marginal farmers are there. So this horticulture cluster development program, you can see me. I have also in this program. Honorable Minister, he launched this program, and this is the program now which is getting the fillip, and some guidelines were also released, and NHB has been given the responsibility, where we clearly mention that we need to now promote, as I mentioned in the morning, that many of the exotic fruits we are importing, how we can reduce the import. So these are all fruit crops which I have enlisted here. 10 fruit crops, that those have been now those are getting the impetus, and we have included in our program. So it is already having some fruit crops, those are already being promoted. Then locally produced fruit crops, those have also been included in our program. So these were included in the horticulture cluster program, and where nutrition profiling, everything that has been also addressed. So how we started with preparation of the roadmap. So here we decided, when this assignment was given to me, then we started with that we need to first assess the level of production of each fruit in each state, and how much import is happening, and then agroclimatic requirements, crop suitability index, those were worked out by the several institutes. On the basis of the available knowledge, it was decided that yes, these are the fruit crops which are best suited for the potential areas. And then there were several crops for which planting material was not available with us. So we need to import planting material first. So we traced the origin and history of few of the fruit crops, and then accordingly we moved on. Then local names were also, because we decided that we need to do branding with our own local names, because there are several local fruit crops which I have shown. So this was I'll just quickly run that we made a 5-year plan, that how much nurseries are needed, how much planting material is required to be produced for area expansion program. We decided the areas with respect to different states, that how much they can do. The capacity was less, so to start with we decided the lesser area, that later on it will be added into it, because the planting material availability was the issue. So accordingly plan was made, and recently this clean plant program, that is one of the important program which has been started by the Government of India. Honorable Prime Minister, Government of India, he declared this program open, and now this is being implemented by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, and ICR is the partner, where 9 ICR institutes have been identified as the center of excellence for production of planting material, because plant quarantine issue is also very important. That plant quarantine issue will also be addressed, and further we need to see that how we can do the cleaning of the planting material from the viruses and all other things, and how we can ensure the quality planting material availability. So I think this is the program which is going to prove as a boon for all of us in the country, for providing the best quality planting material production and availability to the farmers. So then second part which has been allotted to me to discuss here, that is related to water use efficiency. So again I was the party to it, Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana micro irrigation, when I was horticulture commissioner. Government declared this program. Honorable PM declared this program, and then this assignment came to me that you need to formulate the guideline for per drop more crop. So it was divided into the two ministries. One was Ministry of Water Resources, where creation of the water sources and all other points were covered by them. Per drop more crop was given to the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. We prepared the guidelines for per drop more crop, and how we started with Dr. H.P. Singh Saab is sitting here. He is the only person who made the assessment that how much micro irrigation area could be covered in the country, that is 69.5 million hectare area. So out of that 69.5, that's a kind of, I should say that was an assessment that this much area could be covered, and this will save a lot of water for us. But there were several bottlenecks which were there, because farmer will have to pay something out of it, because government is going to provide only subsidy of 45% to the big farmers, and small farmers 55%. So rest remaining amount he will have to pay from his own pocket. So that's why it did not get much click initially, but slowly the area expansion is now taking place. We started with 3 million hectare area, then the benchmark from where I started, it was 6.8 million hectare area. Today it has gone to 15 million hectare area, and now target has been set. By 2030, we need to achieve 22 million hectare area. I mentioned this point in the morning session also. So these were the objectives. I am not going to read each and every objective. The basic point only behind is that how we can increase the area under micro irrigation system, how we can increase our productivity, and then micro irrigation protocols and modules for different crops which were developed, how we can take them forward to the farmers for large scale adoption, so that water could be saved. So Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana was launched in 2015-16, and I have already given some points related to subsidy, and all points I have already mentioned, and these all are the benefits. I need not to speak this one. I'll skip those slides, but we need a robust horticulture plant certification system. I'm coming back and linking it with our planting material production program, where what we need actually, we need to put emphasis on agroecological region-wise planning for making available clean propagation material for the commercially important scion, rootstock cultivars for the different crops. Then further establishment of the healthy mother blocks, that emphasis is needed, and then supporting the nurseries through various programs. We have Mission for Integrated Development of Horticulture, and I have already given a glimpse that yes, a scope exists and the provision exists in the guideline, where support is provided to the farmers, to the nurseries for nursery establishment, and creation of the testing facilities. That's missing. Infrastructure development, that kind of support is needed, because a lot of infrastructure is needed for establishment of the nurseries and others. So government is providing the support, so that benefit could be taken. But I think more investment is needed on this part. Some other provisions, budgetary provisions are required to be made by the government, and development and implementation of a legal framework. So legal framework is missing, where we can certify, and some kind of traceability system should exist. So I think CPP is the only solution which is going to provide solution to all of these issues which I have just mentioned. So this is the way forward. Development of horticulture clusters, I mentioned. Planting material, we need to put focus on that one, and promotion of the indigenous and exotic fruits and vegetables, and convergence of our central state sponsored initiatives, and introduction of the new technologies and innovations. That's all. So I think I have done it in the allotted time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Malhotra, for your excellent presentation, covering most of the aspects, starting with the start of the mission, and then integrated development of horticulture, mission for integrated development of horticulture. And so, in matter of fact, in the big morning we have talked, the horticulture development really got focus in nth plan. When the budgetary allocation was made to almost 1,000 crores, out of which 753 crores was spent. But that was a simple schemes, and then mission mode approach was brought in, which was initially to start with for Northeast, which was extended to Himalayan states by 2003, and for the whole nation by 2005 mission was started, which has no doubt impacted not only in the terms of the production, productivity, but also in the terms of employment, creation of the employment. Millions of the people have been engaged both in nursery management, both in the supply management and so on. Many times I say that contribution of agriculture or horticulture, which is not accounted for all the times, is that how much indirect employment, indirect income it gives. And once I was calculating, virtually 29% of contribution comes indirectly to the agriculture from different sectors like transportation. Have you ever counted that if agriculture or horticulture is flourishing, how much transportation takes place, input transportation and your output transportation? How much engagement is there? Similarly, on the road tax, so you see that if somewhere the horticulture is developing, you will see the restaurants have come up, so on and so on. So total impact gets changes. And what happened after the mission? There has been excellent things, and we try to analyze from time to time. The various impact has been there, but there are shortcomings also. Definitely may have to address the shortcomings which has come. Quality planting material was given a major focus. Large number of nurseries were established, large nurseries, small nurseries, both in the government sector, private sector. But unfortunately, their output as it is expected has not been there. I think that will require revolution. The cluster approach again started with mission, where it was set a center of excellence to be created in the cluster, and crops would be started in the cluster. Then subsequently, when Mr. Ahmad was there, he started to bring the cluster approach as a focus, and he worked for almost 3 years to get his scheme approved, and now it is being implemented. Things are the same, but only thing is that identifying the crops of the region and giving the full focus. Once upon a time, it was started in the PETA also. That was called Agri Export Zones. On the name it was started, it was integrations. But somehow, with few successful stories, there are not many, because in that few successful studies has come. No doubt we have moved forward, but most important aspect in nursery development is, as I said, accreditation. Yes, no doubt. Certification system was there, but accreditation system was not there earlier. Once I visited to some estate, I will not tell the name. Then I saw the one of the nursery which was certified having the 100% virus infestation in citrus plants, and which was not certified was not having any infested plants. Then I asked him the question. Then he said, "Sir, I have not paid. That's why mine has not been certified." So that is the system is happening in the certification. That's why when the bill was made during that period, now of course again it has revised bill 25 seat act bill has come. But it was long back, made in 2002, 2003 when the seat bill was made. I said it should be the self-certification rather than certification. It means let the client say that no, I don't want from such and such person. And what is happening today? In the private sector, if you are planting quality planting material not there, nobody is going to purchase. It is only the government which purchases such bad quality plants and supplies. How do you stop that system? So again here you see, for example, tissue culture if you see. Currently, more than 120, even in private sector tissue culture is there. Unfortunately, all the tissue culture units of the government sector has been closed, virtually closed. Even I saw about Vice Chancellor was there, he has spent 10 crores. and not even 10 lakhs plants are being produced there. Then when I saw in Bihar, when the Central Agriculture University came, Srivastava, the Vice Chancellor, he wanted to establish a tissue culture. I said, why you are wasting your time? He also, by spending some 5 crores, he has spent a tissue culture unit there. Then the current Vice Chancellor asked me to just visit that place. I went there, nothing was there. Not a single planting being produced. So what are the options? Their option is better partnership with the private sector. And this classical example, tissue culture. Many of the big firms came, but they were rejected. They were rejected by the client that I don't want your plant. When SPIC came for the tissue culture of banana, currently we have the many giant irrigation. There are the many more people, but I think more than 50 to 60% of share of the banana tissue culture is by giants, and in 40% other partners are there. So these are the innovations taking place on their own. So I think that these are some of the considerations. So some of the considerations, you have presented it excellently well. I don't think that much questions will be there, but I have one suggestion. The estimated of the availability of fruits and vegetables we gave in 14 and 15, it was 400 grams. And today you are reached to the 498 grams. It means there is something wrong in calculations. Because as per the recommendation of WHO, we require 400 grams per day. Then if it has gone to the 498 grams already, then why should we are bothering for the nutrition?
That's availability has increased. They have calculated
There is something wrong. It means you are not taken into the account the losses in the transits, losses due to other factors. So simply it is the total production divided by population. It is not an answer. You have to take into everything into account. For example, when we were calculating what is our total production needed by 70, 80, we were also there. We have taken everything into account. What will be the losses? What will be seed production we will require? So every factor, population, then change in the demography. For example, from 35%, there will be 50% in the city people will be living. All that we are taken in account. So here also I think there is need to recalculate this availability. Okay. Thank you. Now we go to the next presentation.